Hi guys, a little update to my MS meds versus Carnivore because Dr. Chaffee, and I hope I pronounce it right, did apply. And it was amazing. It was just amazing. And all thanks to you because two of you, or even three of you, suggested him after seeing my very, awful video. I think, awful from the perspective because I was just devastated. If you didn't see it, I posted it a few days ago. I came back, the doctors, had this path for me, which is, filled with more problems, tumors, breast cancers, and it's my last chance. I'm allergic to a lot of other meds, and a lot of meds don't work. And I went through a lot because I do spend a lot of money and time and everything and energy with a lot of people and doctors and medications and these kind of things. So I really experiment a lot, and I do have a lot of, support in this kind of way. So I tried everything, and after going carnivore, that was the only thing I didn't try. Nobody suggested this to me, so this was the first time that I said, okay, I need now somebody, that is experienced with MS and the carnivore in combination. And that's when, you people also showed up and told me to write him, because I wouldn't write him because he has, a lot of people, he has a lot of responsibilities and these kind of things. And I didn't think that he will take the time because my case is a little bit complex and it's not just easy asked in one Q&A, because I needed to explain, what's going on, what the medication is and what they're planning and where I'm now. And he did take the time today to respond, and I honestly cried. I've been in a I'm gonna cry now, in a furniture shop with my mom, and then I read it and I was just like, Mom, I'm gonna cry now. And why? And we were just hugging, and I said, that's something that's just thanks to you guys, that you reached out to me and told me to write him. I would never write him. And then he gave me a really, really long response and explaining what I can do now. And it's basically what I'm already now. I'm there yet, 67 days now, almost in. I'm there yet because the last 3 days were just amazing. And I didn't force myself to it. It was just coming naturally, and it's getting more natural to eat high fat, to eat just a lion diet, to have fatty meats, to eat beef fat trims, to have water, to have most of the calories coming from fat. I do have 70 to 80% fat. I could lower my protein and higher my fat intake very easily with these beef fat trims, which are for free from the butcher, and just doing it in the air fryer is so good. I do eat it in the morning when I'm hungry. I just eat the beef fat trims and also add it to, if I have some nice steak, I do add the beef fat trims, so I do have more fat. Sometimes if I don't have the beef fat trims and my body is craving something, I do have butter, but like he said, he didn't implement the butter now in the email, but I asked him if the butter is okay. Then he said I should go with 10,000 IUS vitamin D every day and B12, because the B12 is important for the nerves and the how do you say it in English? Myelination. It's just, if you have your nerves, you have this safety around them. It's very difficult for me to explain in English, but it's basically like you have a lamp, you have the cable, and this what is around the cable, which is protecting the cables from being, disturbed, breaking down. So with the MS, what is how often people explain it like this: if you have, the lamp, and you will cut just the cable a little bit, you will have some blinking, or it will just go completely dark. And that's what actually happens also in the body. My hand sometimes just blinks, some symptoms are just showing up, and then it's going functioning normal, and suddenly I just can't walk anymore. I'm just breaking down in the middle of the street. I cannot move my legs. So that's what is happening, and my brain is just going on off, and that's tough. That's really tough. I asked him why the B12, because he also recommended for me to do the injections B12 with the methylated form, and he wrote down what it is, but I'm not sure how this works in my country, so I need to figure it out with my doctor who can give me these shots, because I don't know how this works in my country. Can I just go there, because my B12 and my vitamin D is perfectly average, so that's what I asked him. If he responds, I will tell you as well. And why B12? Because I thought in a meat is enough B12, so that was also interesting. He also says to eat few ounces liver at least 3 times a week in the first 2 months, even every day, just a few, a couple, because we don't want to have all the vitamin A and the chopper, how do you say that? So that's why it's important really to be careful with the liver. That's what a lot of people also said. To go 2 months strict, that's going to be tough, because I am a human being that has habits. I am getting there. It took me now 67 days to experiment, finding out, going through my histamine intolerance, finding the right brands. You know, I did in these 67 days, in the beginning, in the first weeks, I did experiment so much with recipes, and I tried to make a lot and make it complicated to make it, you know, enjoyable for my son, with the whipped cream and the dairy parts and the fruits and all these things, because I thought I will have this meat aversion and these kind of things. And I think that this process was very important, because my body started just implementing the cravings for meat and fat. And now, 67 days in, my body is just naturally coming to this point. Even now when I'm PMSing, which is, you know, usually I'm gonna eat thousands of cookies things, it's just getting there that it feels happy and nourished, and I'm just craving the steak. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I'm so looking forward for my fat trims. I'm so looking forward for my trims. And I eat always the same thing right now, because I really enjoy it. And maybe it will change tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I can't see meat anymore. I don't know. But for now, the last 3 days, I lost 1 kg in 3 days. I was eating high fat, 70 to 80%. I managed yesterday and now today as well to go 80% fat and to have like 80 or 90% of grams of protein. So I did manage the ratios. I did manage to find the right brands for me, and I will figure it out with the grass-fed brands, but I'm not there yet. I need to figure it out now to just keep on track, because I love the meat that I love the brand that I have, and I'm gonna stick with something I love and enjoy. And I'm not buying anything else anymore, and just, you know, stick to what I have now. And he said, you know, after 6 months, most of the people shows improvement. So that's what we are gonna do now. And that's funny, because exactly in a little bit over 2 months is my next appointment with my doctor, and I'm not gonna call her before. And you know, the one thing which is the problem with neurologists, you know what I mean. It's the problem that when they are focused on one thing and they're focused on healing the people with medication, they're not looking left and right. And I do understand where they're coming from, because a lot of people tell them, you know, I know somebody that did this, I know somebody that did this, you know, there is 1,000 solutions for everything. And yeah, I can just do it with sport, I can just do it with vitamin D, omega-3, there are so many theories. And then they started being annoyed because the people come back and are more sick, and they told them. So they're really annoyed by all these people trying things out. So I do get that, where they're coming from, but it's very difficult when they're so have this bad attitude. And now even my really amazing doctor I have, and I switched one of the, you know, biggest gurus on the planet with the MS part, you know, he was like the professor. He was doing all the speeches all around the world, and he was an asshole. He was such an asshole. And I was like, I don't want to go to him, you know. He was just being so rude and so awful, and I didn't feel good. And I was so happy to have now my doctor. And the worst thing is when you're having the episodes, the seizures, it's really horrifying not to have somebody in your corner who's a doctor who can immediately do everything that you immediately can have, all the stuff you need. And that's the problem I'm facing when I go against her wishes. Even if I feel good, she will say, you know, yeah, great, you're now feeling good, but yeah, the next time you feel bad, then it's your own problem like this, because that's how the doctors are acting also in my country. And I listen out to a lot of other people as well, and they have the same problems. So that's why we all struggle with, you know, going against our doctors. If we found somebody that really supports us, it's really hard to go against them, because they're being just awful then to you. And especially, I don't know if I can, I think it will work, but I don't know if I can manage to stick to it, because I am a disciplined person with a lot of things, but food is one thing that is habit, it's emotional problems and these kind of things. And for me, just to being sick and knowing that then I will feel better if I do this, that's not enough. I'm just a person that's, for me, it's mentally, not, you know, now I say, you stupid idiot, if you do this, you're gonna heal, you're gonna be great. I know that. But there are some times in my life where I just forget about these situations, and then I'm like, what was it again? I'm feeling good. I can eat everything, you know? Or, oh no, I'm stressed, I'm mentally exhausted, whatever. I need something, I need this, I need that. And right now I'm doing amazing. I quit coffee 16 days ago. I quit dairy. I quit basically fruits. No, not basically. I quit fruits and everything, and I didn't need anything. And the only thing that was triggering me today was the electrolytes that I had left over, because I did have some cramps and I did need to take magnesium, actually, because I know where my body just missed magnesium. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna just give my body today the electrolytes I had left over from the pharmacy, and it was awful. It was awful. They had something in it, and I was immediately having this pain, which some of you know I had, which are just, I don't know where they're coming from. I went to 20 doctors. We did so many MRIs in English. So it started again, and I was feeling awful and tired and sick. And then I was thinking, I was eating the same exact thing like yesterday, the exact things. And yesterday I was full of energy. I was running with my son. I was completely out of my mind. I was dancing and singing in a bathroom. It was insane. And then today, suddenly, it just switched like crazy. And I said, I didn't eat anything else. I ate the exact same meat, the exact same fat amount, everything. And then I realized it was just the electrolyte. That was the only thing that I changed it today. And then I was like, whoa. One little thing, it's just that much, could change the whole thing. And I was just like mind-blowing. And so this is why this is so important then in the end. But still, I'm saying, you know, it's my personal journey, and I am not the disciplined person. And if somebody also forces me to do something, especially, you know, in a community, I'm not gonna do it because somebody's forcing me to do, or, you know, just lecturing me. That's not how I work. I do then the exact opposite. I'm a person that really needs to figure these things out the hard way, because then I'm learning. And the one thing I can really say is I found, for me, Carnivore, I found a healing perspective. I found a way to keep my weight down. I found a way to eat a lot, be nourished, feel good, have more energy, go run with my son, have fun, you know, enjoy my life, go different, socializing with people, have a completely different attitude outside, and really feel now people also being nice and, you know, motivating, inspiring. And then I have, because of this journey, and I shared it and I'm open, I found so many people now with you that are just unbelievable support and beautiful community. And none of this would happen without you. None of this, because I thought I'm doing just a YouTube channel just to have a sort of diary for me, and that's it. I never expected people to, you know, be invested and show so much amazing words and things. And I cannot explain how grateful I am for you all, and so the friends I made already here. And in my country I feel so alone sometimes, because they're so vegan, so against everything. It's a fight constantly, and right now it's just fighting. And just because I have my journey and explaining then everybody about, you know, what I have, and just to shut them up. And it's not what I you know, it's just, and so with you guys, it's just so much more. And I'm so happy that I started this, and so happy to have you, and I honestly love you, and I'm so happy, even if I'm crying right now, but I'm really happy to have you all in my corner to heal and get better. And I hope you do too. I hope you have a great journey and just experience it. Also, maybe the hard way, maybe the easy way, whatever it is for you, you know. I hope you find also support in the people maybe on this channel, the other channels. This community is just so beautiful, and thank you. Just thank you all, and see you tomorrow for a more, hopefully, happy video. So yeah, thank you, and have a great day and weekend.